Hi, North Lake family and friends. Pastor Jeff back in my office, and I'm glad you stopped by for a few minutes, at least by video connection. Something I want to show you, my current mask or face mask collection. For a dozen years, I wore a face mask on the front of a football helmet. But I'll tell you, that kind of face mask would be perfectly useless today against the pandemic. And that was 40 years ago. But I've got a collection of face masks today that I am using. And these are more what the doctor orders. The first one that I picked up way back in March, I actually grabbed off of the top of my workbench in the garage. And this is one that was in a bin. I have a bag of these that I use for when I'm doing sanding projects and want to keep the dust particles out of my lungs. This is very tight, not very comfortable. I used it initially. I don't use these much anymore. The very first customized COVID-19 mask that I received was made by Linda Brown. Some of you have seen this one before. Linda, who's the director of our Little Blessings, she made a quantity of face masks, and they were all different fabrics. You can see this one is a Star Wars mask. And it's especially appropriate when I'm in a mood for a fierce opposition to the evil empire or the coronavirus. And by the way, may the force be with you is a kind thing to say to to Star Wars enthusiasts. But we're not going to use "May the Force be with you" as a routine benediction around North Lake. The mask that I wear most often now is this one. Many of you have seen me wear this in worship on Sunday mornings. It's neutral, black, it goes with anything, and it's large enough to easily cover half of my face, and it's actually very comfortable by comparison with the others. And speaking of black, I also have this mask right here, which is one that is celebrating the black and gold. And I'll go ahead and put this on for you. This mask was made for me by my wife, Bobby, celebrating the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it's very appropriate this fall, especially since they've started off the season with 9 victories and 0 losses. And, you know, I grew up in Pittsburgh, grew up in Western Pennsylvania. And so I've been a Steelers fan since childhood. And I'm sure that's not going to finish. In fact, this mask is a really nice accessory for some of my other Steelers gear. And it's just a perfect fit. And I can use it even when I'm waving the terrible towel that we use to cheer them on. And did I mention that the Steelers are 9-0 this season? Well, then I also have a neck gaiter, which is really convenient to wear around your neck and pull up whenever you need it. Very simple to pull that up. And in fact, recently when Bobby and I made a trip to California, we used those neck gaiters all through the airport, on the plane, and then also when we were out hiking and walking in California. And it's so simple to be able to pull that up over your nose and mouth whenever you pass somebody on the hiking trail or along the sidewalk. Then I have another one that I hope you recognize. You've seen this one, I hope. This is the North Lake one. And it's got our logo on it, as well as love God, love one another. Last month at Picnic in the Parking Lot and the week following, we gave out all of the ones that we had from our initial order. So we placed another order, and soon you'd be able to stop by the church office to pick one up if you'd like. We're very happy to have you wear these around the community and let others know of your connection to the Lord through this church. It's an easy way to witness, and you can be ready to share why you love God and love North Lake when somebody asks you about your mask. And then finally, of course, I have a quantity of these masks that are the more medical or standard issue masks. In the North Lake, we have a huge stock of them and ready for anybody who comes and who needs a mask. And remember, we're asking anyone who comes here to the building to have a temperature taken on the forehead and to be wearing a mask and using that all the time that you're here in the building. And as I've said repeatedly, if you're unable to wear a mask for the entire worship service here on campus, we encourage you to worship at home, online, with the live stream or the video results of the service available every Sunday. We'd love to have you with us, one way or the other. But I'll tell you, our North Lake protocols for the pandemic are not going to be relaxed anytime soon. The threat is real and rising, as you can tell from the number of infections and hospitalizations and the 250,000 American deaths tied to the virus. And so we are trying to be as vigilant as ever. Now, we're hearing great news about more effective treatments and the results of the vaccine trials. But those vaccines are not going to be available for everyone for months. And so in the meantime, we are asking, really urging you to do everything you can, wearing masks, social distancing, washing hands, and anything you can to prevent the spread of the disease. We want to minimize that impact for anyone. It's a time when we're all tired of the pandemic. I know I am. And tired of wearing these. I look forward to the time when these will be, well, maybe not this one, maybe this one. I look forward to the time when these are souvenirs, collector's items, reminders of a season, a time in our lives we'd like to have far behind us. But meanwhile, do everything you can to be safe and smart. Don't relax or ease up yet on healthy habits and caution. Do your part. And may the Lord bless you and keep you. Amen.